Istanbul is a city with a rich history and culture, and there are countless places to visit. Here are 10 top places to see when you visit Istanbul. 1. Hagia Sophia. Hagia Sophia is one of the most iconic structures in Istanbul and a must-see for any visitor. Originally built as a church in 537, it was converted into a mosque in 1453, and later into a museum in 1935. Its interior is a blend of Christian and Islamic architectural elements, with a massive dome, intricate mosaics, and marble columns. The grandeur of the interior space, along with the historical significance of the building, is truly awe-inspiring. Visitors can also see the famous Byzantine mosaic of the Virgin and Child, as well as the ornate mihrab and minbar added during the Mosque period. 2. Blue Mosque. The Sultan Ahmed Mosque, commonly known as the Blue Mosque, is one of the most famous landmarks of Istanbul. Built in the early 17th century, it features a distinctive blue and white tilework on its domes and walls. The mosque's 6 minarets and central dome are an impressive sight to behold, especially during the evening prayer time when the interior is illuminated. Visitors can enter the mosque outside of prayer times and are required to remove their shoes and cover their heads. 3. Topkapi Palace. The Topkapi Palace was the main residence of the Ottoman sultans for over 400 years and is now a museum. The palace complex is enormous, with multiple courtyards, gardens, and buildings. Visitors can see the sultan's lavish living quarters, as well as the harem, where the sultan's wives and concubines lived. One of the highlights of the palace is the harem, which was the private living quarters of the sultans and their families. The harem is one of the most intriguing and popular sections of the Topkapi Palace. The harem was a complex system with its own rules, hierarchy, and traditions, and was strictly off-limits to outsiders. One of the highlights is the treasury, which contains a stunning collection of Ottoman artifacts, including the Topkapi dagger and the spoonmaker's diamond. The Conqueror's Pavilion, also called the Conqueror's Kiosk, Fatih Koska, is one of the oldest buildings inside the palace. It was built circa 1460, when the palace was first constructed. The imperial stables, Istanbul-i Amire, located around 5 to 6 meters below ground level, were constructed under Mehmed II and renovated under Suleiman. 4. Grand Bazaar. The Grand Bazaar is one of the largest and oldest covered markets in the world. With over 4,000 shops selling everything from spices and textiles to jewelry and ceramics. The market is an intricate maze of alleys and courtyards, with colorful stalls and vendors calling out to visitors. The bazaar can be overwhelming, but it's an unforgettable shopping experience, and visitors are encouraged to haggle for the best prices. 5. Spice Bazaar. The Spice Bazaar, also known as the Egyptian Bazaar, is another famous covered market in Istanbul. The market is smaller than the Grand Bazaar but just as lively, with vendors offering free samples and calling out to passers-by. Visitors can also find souvenirs and other Turkish specialties, such as leather goods and ceramics. 6. Galata Tower. The Galata Tower is a medieval stone tower located in the Beyoğlu district of Istanbul. Originally built in the 14th century as a watchtower, it was later used as a fire tower and then as an observation deck. Visitors can climb to the top of the tower for panoramic views of Istanbul and the Bosphorus Strait. The tower also hosts a restaurant and a nightclub. 7. Basilica Cistern. The Basilica Cistern is an ancient underground water storage system that was built in the 6th century to supply water to the nearby palace. It's now open to the public and features a series of columns and arches that support the massive ceiling. Visitors can walk along the raised platforms that run through the cistern, which is dimly lit and eerily quiet. The cistern is also home to the famous Medusa heads, 2 giant marble heads that were used as column bases. 8. Dolmabahce Palace. The Dolmabahce Palace is a magnificent 19th-century palace that served as the administrative center of the Ottoman Empire. The palace was built during the reign of Sultan Abdülmecid I and is a stunning example of Ottoman architecture. It's located on the shores of the Bosphorus Strait, overlooking the Asian side of Istanbul. The ceremonial hall is the most impressive section of the palace and is used for state occasions and receptions. The interior of the palace is decorated with exquisite marble, crystal chandeliers, and ornate gold leaf detailing. The highlight of the palace is the ceremonial hall, which features a stunning crystal chandelier weighing over 4.5 tons. Visitors can take guided tours of the palace and see the magnificent architecture and decorations up close. 9. The Bosphorus Water. The Bosphorus water tour also provides a unique perspective of Istanbul's historical landmarks, including the Topkapi Palace, Hagia Sophia, and the Blue Mosque. You'll be able to see these iconic structures from the water, which provides a breathtaking view of their grandeur and beauty. The tour boats are equipped with audio guides in multiple languages, providing interesting information about the landmarks and history of Istanbul. The tour lasts approximately 2 hours and provides a relaxing and enjoyable way to see the city's highlights. Overall, the Bosphorus water tour is a unique and unforgettable experience that allows visitors to see Istanbul from a different perspective. 10. Süleymaniye Mosque. Located on the third hill of Istanbul, the mosque was ordered built in 1550 by the Sultan Süleyman the Magnificent. The mosque, indeed, is magnificent, blending the best of Islamic and Byzantine architecture. It was restored in the mid-20th century. The mosque is marked by 4 minarets, indicating it was built by a sultan. When it was built, the dome was the highest in the Ottoman Empire. It's a fascinating glimpse into the history and culture of Istanbul, and the stunning artwork and architecture are sure to leave a lasting impression on visitors. From its stunning architecture to its rich cultural history, there are countless reasons to visit this beautiful city. Thanks for watching our video. We hope you found it informative and enjoyable. If you did, please consider subscribing to our channel to stay up to date with all our latest content. By subscribing, you'll never miss a video and you'll be supporting us in our mission to create engaging, informative and entertaining content. Also, feel free to leave a comment below with any feedback or suggestions you have for future videos. Thank you for your support and we look forward to seeing you in the next one.